I was born in 2 Welcome Street, the back of the parish room, on the 15th of August 1935.
So we know where you were born and when. So
Yeah.
who were your parents?
Elsie Pear, who married John Edward Chalice.
And then I believe you had a brother.
Yes, I did.
Name of?
Dennis Ernest.
Dennis Ernest.
Mm.
And he was the father of Michael, wasn't
Yes,
he?
he was.
I mentioned earlier on.
Yes, he was.
So you said you were born in Welcome Street.
Yeah.
Did the family stay in Welcome Street, or did
Yes, when they moved the houses, the people out the houses into the new ones, my mum had a council house. I went to the junior school and then on to the grammar school.
So was this the North Junior or the South Junior?
North Junior.
So the one in Ratcliffe Road. What was that called? Parry's or something?
Yes, it was Parry. Why on earth I went there, I don't know.
Well, I was thinking...
Because I should have really gone to Essen, shouldn't I?
Yeah, the South School. So grammar school after that?
Yeah.
Ah. Any memories of the grammar school? Any teachers you can remember?
I can remember all. And I can remember all my school friends.
Right. Any particularly nasty teachers or kind teachers that you...
No, not really. No, I think, the headmaster had got a firm foot on them.
Oh, so can you remember who the headmaster was? Was it
Corshey. H.B. Corshey.
Oh, right. He was there just before I was there.
Yeah.
But he was quite well liked.
Yes, he was. I did an interview for the police on shorthand typing for the corpse.
Right.
Oh, the hat factory.
Oh, so one of the hat factories.
Yes, Wilson and Stafford's hat factory.
The one up in,
I was there. Yeah, I was there a year, and then I went to open cast mining along the Grendon Road.
Right. So what up the A5?
Yeah. And then I got married.
Yes, I was about to say.
I was going to say I got married to George Wrigley.
Yeah.
He lived in Austria.
Oh yes.
And he was originated from Oldham.
Yes.
And he came down with his father because he couldn't get any work. He was a painter and decorator. And he came down and I met him.
Yeah.
And we got married. And then I went to Denham and Hargrove's hat factory and worked there for 5 years.
Yeah. You met and married George.
Yes, I did. And we had a baby.
Yeah.
And Mr. Gerald gave me £5 towards my pram.
Good. So who was the oldest? Was it your lad or your daughter?
My daughter.
Sarah?
Yes, Sarah, yeah.
And then the lad came along...
Robert James, yeah.
And where did you live when you first got married?
When we first got married, we lived with my mum for 3.5 years. And then we went to buy a house at Arden Street.
Right.
It was only a 2-bedroom. Then we had a little boy. So, of course, we've got to move and find something else. And George was changing his car. And he changed his car to this one that belonged to the Grendon vicar. It didn't do us any good. And he'd got to change his car and we got to change the house. So what we did, we bought this house in Dudley Street and we have never moved from there. And I shall go out there feet first. Got 3 great-grandchildren.
3 great-grandchildren as well as grandkids. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, sadly, you lost George a couple of years ago.
Yes, I did. I did.
I do remember it.
Love of my life, he was.
Yes, he was a good man. But on a happier note, what is your best memory of your time living in Atherstone? What funny things have happened?
The highlight of my time in Atherstone was when Prince Charles brought Princess Diana to Atherstone. It was such a lovely day, the sun was shining, and it was absolutely wonderful. and she was lovely, she was.
Oh,
I went to fetch my husband's ashes, which I had to wait a long while to fetch those. And the lady went round the back of the shop and said, and come back, and she said, I'm afraid, she said, Mr. Wrigley's going to walk about, I think. I said, you what? You're not bloody lost him, are you? What's what? She said no. So she went in the back again, and she come back with this tube, and it was so heavy. I said, what's he got in here? Your money or what? His money or what? And she said, no. She said, I'll put it in your scooter for you. Do you want me to put it in your basket at the front? I said, no, put it between my legs. It's cold. I have some little tricks, you know, on my scooter. Yeah. Because I put the scooter away, and then I thought, oh, I've got to go into the shed again and get me some vegetables. Yeah. So I went in the shed, and I couldn't find the keys. I looked everywhere, I couldn't find them, Rob. So what I did, I thought, I'm going to have my dinner, and then I'm going to look for them. So I was eating my dinner, and all of a sudden I seen this silver bell in my peas, and I'd cooked them. Well, that caused a lot of laughs with the people in the town. If I've got something that happens to me, and they're not jokes, they really happen to me, and they laugh, I'll go round and tell everybody.
Oh, well, that's Atherstone all over though, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Did you ever have any hobbies that you were into? And
Well, I got quite a few, really. I've kept guides, as you know, and I helped with the scouts, and we had the duck pond. We looked after that.
Swimming pool, that was right.
Yeah, we used to have to skim the flies off the top before the kids went in. And then a bit later on, when we did a bit more fundraising, we got a cover, like a plastic cover that went over the top. And that used to keep the flies off and also kept the kids warm. And then after that, when they built the new swimming pool, we had the guide headquarters to fundraise for. So we built the guide headquarters. And on the day that we opened it, it was such a lovely day, and it was really hot. So we had to have the windows open a bit. But before that, I'm overrunning my story a bit, but before that we had to have some curtains. So I went to Ashton and asked him if he could let me have some material to make curtains for the guide headquarters. And he said, Margaret, if you can get the brownies and the guides to go all round the houses and put these leaflets in, sales leaflets, he said, you can have that big roll of crimpling. So I did that, and I did the curtains.
Oh, great.
And I made all the curtains, and then I could see that the crimpling weren't hanging properly. So I went outside and got a couple of ducky stones and stuck them in the hem, and then they were straight then. Yeah. And I can remember Jimpy Rose standing in the by the window as it was open, and the wind just started to get up, and it was banging him on the head.
Oh, that's great, Margaret. So it's been good listening to your stories, and very, very good. So thanks very much.
Okay.